Whew, that was a lot. So let's do a quick Q&A break. Mon to the Ika asked a lot of great questions. I'm assuming your name is Monica. So did you take any formal photography classes? Do you think I could benefit from taking classes or just by learning as I go? I am currently 20 years old and video is something that I have been interested in all throughout high school. I was the dork who would always, be making like rap videos for projects.
Mood, baby.
Mood changes with the story.
From happy to mad to sad to glad to
deadly.
Tone, baby.
But I didn't get serious about this stuff up until like maybe 2 years ago. And that's when I really just started soaking in a lot of information. Not just soaking in information, but I was also constantly going outside my bedroom and like really practicing. And something that helped me was just the internet. I was constantly searching tutorials and stuff on YouTube. I was constantly asking my friends for help. Something that helped me is I've been really involved in my church for a long time, and there's a lot of creative people there. So if I was there, playing in the band or doing something else, if there was a person that I was connected to that had something to do with video or photo, I'd be constantly asking them questions. I'd get their phone number, I would reach out to them every chance I got. And so it was really just going out to the real world, taking video and pictures, but then when I had questions, go to the internet for answers. If that didn't help, just find, creative people that are ahead of me in the field that could help me. I've been very blessed to be a part of a church that is just super creative and is always doing awesome stuff. So I've been able to kind of hop into that full force and, learn as I go and become more experienced as I work on projects and things. So whatever that looks like in your life, whether it's a church, whether it's like an organization, maybe a group that you're involved in, I guess the main thing is just don't stop creating. Just keep creating, keep asking questions, and keep getting better. So no, I've never taken any formal classes. If that is really your only option, you don't have a lot of people around you that can help you out, maybe, formal classes are something that are for you. But I think there's a lot of answers out there on the internet. Are photography and videography hobbies, or are you looking to make a career out of them? What is your dream job? I love photo and video, and it would be awesome if I could make a job out of it. I really don't know what the future holds. It's really exciting, but I'm just going to keep creating and see what happens. My college major is computer science, so I'm a programmer geek. So hopefully I can kind of combine all of my skills, and the real dream is to kind of be my own boss for the rest of life. I have some business ideas, and that would be really cool to be able to pursue in the future. But if that doesn't work out, I really like Adobe, the company Adobe. I love the stuff they're putting out. I love their company Behance. I would love to work for Behance. But yeah, so that would probably be my dream job, is being my own boss for the rest of life. But I dig other companies too. So we'll see. And her last question is just kind of about the music that I put in my videos. I am obsessed with music. Music was kind of my gateway into the creative world. I've played guitar for 10 years, and so I've always been super obsessed with music. I am constantly finding new music on like SoundCloud and Spotify. Basically, it's just having friends with good taste in music. It's by spending hours on SoundCloud, just kind of searching out different artists and stuff. And then there's a lot of good YouTube channels. My favorite YouTube channel for music is Majestic Casual. I freaking love that YouTube channel. They are amazing curators, and check it out because it's amazing. So briefly, I'm going to talk about visiting Iceland as a tourist. I went with me and a friend, and then 2 other friends met up halfway through the trip, but we went at the end of May. It's the beginning of summer for them, so I didn't expect it to be as cold as it was, but we started our trip up in the north, and it was actually freezing. So maybe don't underestimate how cold it can be even in the summer. It is called Iceland. South Iceland was absolutely beautiful. You have towns like Vik, stuff like that, but I think the Westfjords are super underestimated. It's not very populated, but the scenery up there was insane. Like, it blew my mind. So if you have a chance to go to Iceland, maybe fit that into your schedule. It's like, you will not regret it. Finn Clark asked, how did you find a good place to stay? Also, how did you decide on where to hire a car from? We did the expensive route. We basically got hotels and Airbnbs wherever we went. So we stayed in very nice places, but at the end of the day, it was pretty expensive. You know, we rented a car from Rent-A-Car Reykjavik. Basically, all the different places to rent a car are right outside the airport when you get there. We actually had some car trouble. Long story short, I ended up on the side of the road without a working car, and it was like 12:30 at night, and they were accommodating. They really helped me out. And usually I wouldn't trust a company that uses like freaking Comic Sans in their graphic. That usually just means they lose all credibility in my book, but it actually really worked out well. We got a sick 4-door Jeep. It was awesome. When you go to Iceland, you have to get a sick car, right? But yeah, we got a 4-door Jeep. It worked wonderfully the entire time. The car trouble last night was my fault, so it wasn't their fault. But yeah, Rent-A-Car Reykjavik was awesome, but I'm sure all the other places are great as well. Few tips I do have when dealing with money in Iceland: they accept plastic pretty much everywhere, so your credit card is fine. But when dealing with gas, you have to have a PIN number for your credit card. Usually in the States, you just have to deal with PIN numbers when dealing with debit cards, but you have to set up a PIN number on your credit card before you go over there. That is super important. And also, have a GPS when you are there, but do not trust it blindly. Those Garmin GPSs are great from getting you to town when dealing with waterfalls and you know, things like that. It is best to kind of research before you go and get actual like directions that you can follow, so you don't end up in completely the wrong place, because you don't want to waste time when you're in Iceland. Our GPS led us to some strange places occasionally. And before you go, just make sure you have the places you want to go laid out, so you don't have to waste time when you're there kind of figuring out where you want to go. There's a lot of awesome things to see, a lot of amazing towns, and if you know, prepare before, you will have a freaking awesome time. I had a blast. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like and subscribe button. Check out all of my Iceland stuff down in the description below. I will link up all the videos, link up all the blog posts and pictures. Next week, I will be putting out the trailer for Creative Spaces TV. What? I am so excited for that, so be on the lookout for that. Creative Spaces TV is just a little mini docu-series thing I'm starting on my channel in the month of August. It's a fun series of videos that is kind of like a behind-the-scene look of a creative, whether it's a filmmaker or a photographer or a audio engineer. It'll be lots of fun. I hope you enjoy it, so keep a lookout for that. Follow me on Instagram, hit up all my social links down below, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. I brought lots of camera equipment, so I brought my Sony RX100 Mark III for a lot of my vlogging stuff, and then I brought my Canon 5D Mark III for